YouTubers and fellow Summer's War juggernauts. This is Trigger Table Gaming here, signing in with another YouTube video. In this one, I am going to talk about the top 5 monsters that you want to hold on to if you are a beginner. So first off, I'm going to put an annotation here at the bottom to let you know when I actually start the list, because I'm going to talk about one that I believe is a trap monster for new starters that may just be getting into the game. So the one that I want to talk about here that I'm sure a lot of you have heard about and have heard people screaming up and down, "Oh my god, get him, he's awesome, you definitely want him," is going to be the Light Bear Man. Now, this guy, don't get me wrong, he is not a bad monster. He is very good, but if you're just starting out, I would suggest not trying to get him. The reason being for it, you have to have 100% crit rate on this guy. There are no ands, ifs, ors, or buts, because if you don't, he is not going to be very good. You're basically just going to be using him, and I'll show you why. And the reason being is for his passive, Crushing Power. It recovers all allies by 12% of my max HP, so whatever his max HP is, it'll cover for 12% on that if you get a critical hit. Now, that's really good if you can get him up to 100% crit rate. And if you're a beginning player, you're not going to be able to do it. I am mid-late game, and I'm still not able to fully get him up there. As you can see, I have all Blade Runes, which that does get him up to 100% crit rate. But the thing is, he's not going to be able to do a lot of heals because you want his HP to be very high. So the next course to go for this guy after you get all Blade Runes would be to get HP runes. But again, you have to have 100% crit rate on him. And that's hard to do because the Blade set gives you 12% crit hit with each set. So it's very hard to do if you're only using energy runes because you need the substats on it. Preferably where this guy shines and where you want him at, and this is very late game, is you want to get him with Violent Energy. So you would want HP percent here, you want crit rate here, and you would want HP percent there. And with substats, you want to try to get his crit rate up to 100%. Once you've done that with Violent and Blade, he does shine amazingly. I've seen ones that are able to heal for around 35 to 3700 HP per hit, and with Violent that gives him an additional turn chance, so he can hit for twice, and with that he would be able to heal almost 6,000 if you can get it. Now with that, and the reason why I say not to do it is because by the time you're able to rune him correctly, you're already able to do Dragon's B10. Because those are the runes that you need for him to actually shine. So it's kind of a waste because you need to get that team first, and if you're wasting it on this guy, you could be doing so much more with other monsters, raising up healers, using attack bar reductions, monsters that are actually sensible and able to you. Now, even if you get him up to there, though, he's not useless because he is really good in TOA. That's Tower of Ascension. So the reason for that is his first one, Uppercut, strikes and provokes the enemy for 1 turn. Provokes are very good for Tower of Ascension. So with that, you can get that skill up to, let me see here, maths. How do we do maths? I need an apagus. Somebody give me an apagus. Pronouncing that wrong, whatever. So 35% be 85% chance, which is not bad. It's actually very good for a provoke. His second skill can actually hit pretty well, especially if you get him with HP runes, because this attack bases it off of your max HP. So he can do some damage. He's not a damage dealer, he's support, clearly, but he can do a lot of damage if you rune him correctly. So, and plus with the consistent heals and the provoke, he's a very good monster. But again, I would not waste your time trying to get him early. Now, if you want to disregard that device, here is my advice on how to get it. So this guy is for Sundays. He exists as a secret dungeon in the Hall of Light. So on Sundays, you can get him from the Hall of Light. And a way to do that is, if you can't find the secret dungeon, you can get somebody to invite you into their friends list if they have the secret dungeon, and that will allow 10 of their friends into that dungeon. So a lot of people, and stay away from chat, your life will be ruined. But as in right there, see right there, the harpy. That guy just found the secret dungeon for harpy. So with that, what a lot of people do, and you're going to see the local chat or public chat just spewed with people going, LFSD, Light Bear Man. And for human speak, what that means is looking for secret dungeon, Light Bear Man. And don't do that. A lot of people think it's pathetic. I don't. I like you. You're a cool guy. You're a woman, whoever's watching this. You're awesome. But with hundreds of people just flooding the chat, and honestly, how often do you actually watch the chat? If you're running dungeons or scenarios, you're not looking at chat. So what you do is, when you find somebody like that who has found one, exit out, go to your friend list and just add them immediately. And then you can put in there, hey, blah, 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 or whoever this was, hey, Zikshik, add me, please. You're not going to get it immediately. Sometimes you will get it. That's the best way to do it that I've seen. And that's the easiest way to farm him. The same goes with Beladion, like this guy. Well, no, he didn't find it. Today's not Sunday. What am I talking about? But yeah, that's the easiest way to get into a secret dungeon that I've found. So if you really want him, that's the way to do it. All right, so let's talk about my top 5. So at number 5, we're going to go with Water Garuda. And I will show him here to you. So Water Garuda. Konamiya. So Konamiya is at the bottom on my list. He is still an awesome monster. He's very easy to get. He's a 2-star. You can find him or summon him from your unknown scrolls. He's very easy to skill up because you will be constantly getting other Garudas of other attributes. So his skill ups are going to be very easy for you. His skills in general are very good. The first one attacks the enemy at a breakneck speed, may stun the enemy with a 24% chance. That 24% chance, again, math, not the best at it. So 30, 40, 64% chance to stun. It's not the best, but you'll still be doing some stuns here and there, so that's good for crowd control. The second skill is awesome. So fills up an ally's attack bar. So you immediately get another turn if you use it on another monster. And it also increases their attack power for 1 turn on top of that. So you're also getting an attack increase as well as getting another turn. When fully skilled, this is a 2-turn reusable, which is awesome. And yes, you can use it on yourself. So if you use that, boom, you get another turn with attack increase. You attack. The next turn, you can use this again. So that's awesome. His third skill removes all harmful effects on all allies and recovers HP by 15. Again, that goes up to 15, 20, 30, 15, 45%. God, I'm bad at math. So yeah, it goes up to 45%. Max skilled goes down to 3 turns. So how that works is, if you want to use that, oh, and to go with that, so it removes the harmful effects first. So let's say your monsters have a heal inhibitor debuff. So they have a debuff on them that prevents healing. This guy will remove that debuff first and then heal. So debuff removal comes first and then the heal. So he's awesome with that. So let's say you use that. Boom, you have 3 turns left. Your next turn, you can use that skill on Konamiya. Takes it down again. You can use that with an additional less turn. So that's why he goes great as just a healer. He has a lot of versatility. You can use him in a lot of scenarios. Rune-wise, if you're just starting out, his speed is very low. So if you're just starting out, put energy runes on him. Go with HP, or try with speed, actually. I would go with speed, then HP. And then if once you get a little bit better, go with swift energy because you want him to go fast. You need him to go fast. So speed, HP. My runes aren't that great on him because I stopped using them a while ago. But ultimately, what you want on this guy is violent, because again, you can go an additional turn. So let's say you're battling, you use this turn on him, boom, he gets in another turn. You use the heal, or no, let's say we start out using the heal. So boom, violent procs, bam. So that goes down to 2 turns. You can use that on him again. He'll attack. His next turn, he can use heal again. So yeah, you definitely want to put that on there. For late game, he's really good at Tower Ascension, and just in general, he's a great addition to your party. So yeah, definitely go with him. So next one, what do we got here? We're gonna go with the Wind Griffin, or Bernard at Awakened. Bernard, Wind Griffin. This is a natural 3-star monster, so if you're just starting out, you might not get him. Later in the game, he is a drop from Timor Desert, so you can eventually farm him. He's amazing. You will need him for a Giants team eventually, so definitely, if you manage to pull him early, stay a hold of him, work on him. His first skill, attacks with razor sharp claws, damage increases according to attack speed. You're not going to get a damage dealer out of him either. He's support. So don't try to rune him for attack or damage. It's not what he's meant for. What he is meant for is his second skill right there. So it attacks the enemy with a body slam and weakens their attack power and defense for 2 turns. That's awesome because he's not only going to reduce attack power, he's also going to reduce defense. So your other characters are going to do more damage, they're going to take less damage. And again, you can get it down to its 2 turns, so that's pretty good. He's definitely worth skilling up, by the way. But what's really good is this third skill. So the third skill increases the attack bar of all allies by 30%. So all of your allies are going to have their attack bar filled. They're going to be able to go sooner. On top of that, he increases your attack speed for 2 turns. So not only has your attack bar been filled, but your attack speed's been increased, so you're going to go further and more often. He is a really good addition, and you want to pair him with other supports that go with either decreasing the opponent's attack bars. So yeah, if you pull him, definitely work on this guy. Number 3. Now, I tied on this one. I don't have him anymore because I used him. I just don't need him. But number 3 is a tie between the Wind Warbear Ramagos, who is a natural 2-star, which you can pull. I will show you the Awakened stat here if I can find it. Should have had this down. So Ramagos. I don't have the attack bars on it, but I will go for that. So Ramagos. This guy is going to be your tank. He's also going to be a farmer. What that means is he's going to be able to solo most of the scenarios for you, which will in turn be able to help you level your fodder monsters. So first one, thrashes the enemy, inflicting damage proportionate to your max HP. The attack has a 50% chance to reduce the enemy's attack gauge by 25%. So with that, you're automatically able to attack based off of your HP, so you definitely want to get him runed for HP. And also with it, you're able to decrease their attack bar, which means that they're going to attack less. His second skill here is where he starts to shine, though. It recovers your HP by 30%, increases your defense for 2 turns. So with that, you're automatically healing yourself. I mean, he's a tank that heals himself. That's amazing. And it increases his defense, which decreases incoming damage, obviously. And then we have the attacks an enemy, inflicting the amount of HP you've lost as damage. You gain an extra turn if the enemy dies. So that is where he fills in. This guy is insane. He has been able to one-shot some of my 6-star monsters, which are runed fairly decently. They call him, his nickname is Ramagod, and I definitely see where that shows in. So how that works, though, is let's say he gets down to 25% HP. Boom. He uses that, completely one-shots an enemy, and then he's immediately able to use crouch and heal himself. So he gets a one-shot off, heals himself, and increases his defense back up. So he's very able to survive. He has a lot of survivability. And if you give me a second here, I'm going to give you some idea on what his skills do. So first one here, what happens is first level, he has 7 levels with that one. So what that means is that you need 7 monsters to fully skill that skill here. So with that, the attack has a 50% chance. That will go up to 85%. And then I'm not sure if the attack gauge also goes up with that. I'm going to assume it does. So that would be 60%. I'm not sure on that skill. I'm going to say it does decrease it by 60%, which would be amazing with that, especially if you're a new player. Definitely go with this guy. Second skill here, he has its 4 skill ups. The first 2 are 10% recovery increase, so that'll go up to 50% of his health, which is just awesome. And it'll do the other 2 skill ups if I can speak here, everybody. It'll take it down from reusable in 5 turns to reusable in 3 turns. Clean Shot Awakened. It'll take it down from 6 turns to 4 turns. So, what do you want to rune this guy as? If you want him as a pure tank, you can do just energy runes. If you're starting out, that's the best way to do it. HP, HP, HP on slots 2, 4, and 6. If you want him for arena, you can do energy, which same thing, HP, HP, but the last one you want it as resist. And the reason being is you don't want to get him stunned, you don't want debuffs on him. You want him to keep going and going and going, and you want crits to be off of him. So that's why you would throw the resist in there. And then late game, you can do what's called it's like Vampirgos or Vampagos or something like that. I forget, but it's vampire runes. So vampire runes, HP, 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 because if you can hit with that, you're going to be recovering HP. And yeah, I think that one will also recover. So let's say you're at 25%, you hit, bam, you're going to get healed by a crap ton with that. Plus you get an additional turn and boom, you're automatically healed back up to full. So definitely, yeah, this guy, you definitely want him. Now, the reason why I say this ties, because he ties with the Water Warbear. The Water Warbear is actually pretty darn good, and this is my opinion on why. If I can find him. So the thing is about Water Warbear, he is a natural 3-star, but you can farm him. You can farm him from Mount White Ragoon, so you can get him there, and I will talk about this. So this is where'd he go? Come on, 4-star awakened. Where are you when I need you, Mr. Warbear? I need you. Please show yourself, Mr. Warbear. There you go. Okay, so Dagora. Arguably, I think he's better as a farmer. Now, he's not better as utility-wise. So, Ramagos, you can use him in arena. You can use him in guild battles. You can. Not sure if you can use him for TOA. I haven't really used him all that much, but he's much more versatile. So you can use him in a lot of different scenarios. But as far as just a pure farmer, arguably I'm going to say this guy is better, and here's why. If you get one and you also have the air warbear, work on the air warbear first. So work on Ramagos first, but if you get this guy, definitely work on him second. The reason for this is, so first skill, thrashes the enemy, so it's the same as water. So the attack has a 50% chance, reduces, okay, so it's the exact same. The same goes with the skill ups. That will go from 50, 85%. Crouch recovers your HP by 30% and increases defense, so it's same as the water. Same as Ramagos. Same recovery, same cool turn. What makes him better, though, is, in my opinion, as a farmer, is the third skill here. So if you die, it'll revive you with 30% of your HP at the last dying breath. and the power of Unbreakable. I think it puts a defense buff on you. So not only does it revive you by 30%, but it'll also put a defense on you. And it's 9 turns. That's not the greatest, but when skilled, it will go down to 7. His leader skill increases the HP of allied monsters. That's also good. So he's not bad, but here's why I think he's better. Because one of the best farming locations, and this is going to be a later game for you, probably early late game, is Phymon. Phymon will give some of the best rewards in the game. It will provide... Crap, I'm sorry, the game just froze. Give me 1 second here and I will restart it for you, ladies and gents. Here we go. Alright, there we go. So, Phymon will give you some of the best as far as rune drops. So, selling them wise, it's a mana. It's definitely a mana farming location. It also gives some of the best experience. The drops also give 3-star Inugamis, which are really good if you need evolution fodder. So that's why I think he's better, because he can solo Phymon Hell. I have seen videos of that, and because he's a natural water, he gets the elemental advantage of it. Now, he is slow. There are better soloers of Phymon Hell, but if as far as obtainable ones, he's definitely the best one to go with. So that's why I'm including him for number 3. Again, if you get Ramagos, go with Ramagos first, but if you get the water one, I would definitely consider investing in it because he's worth it. All right, number 2. Let's go with Shannon, the Wind Pixie. Now, Shannon is very easy to get. She is a 2-star monster, and I guarantee you're going to run into hundreds of them eventually, just from unknown scrolls. So she is incredibly easy to skill up. What makes her shine, though, is, as you can see, I 6-starred her. As far as giants, you're going to need her. She is pivotal to being able to do Giants B10, especially if you don't have better monsters. She's incredible with that. Her first skill attacks the enemy with an energy ball. The attack has a 50% chance of increasing the enemy's chance to land a glancing hit. So what does glancing hit mean? Glancing hit is, let's say you have a water monster and you're going up against a fire monster. So the fire monster has attribute advantage. If you attack the fire monster with your wind monster, it has a chance of doing a glancing hit, which I do believe does 50% of the damage. So if you can put that onto a boss, you can get them to do glancing hits on you. So it'll do half the damage. I believe that's what it does, half the damage. If you, as you can see, her skill ups take a lot, but like I said, you're going to be pulling these like crazy, so it's not going to be that big of a deal to skill up. So it'll increase that 50% to 75%. So you're going to be landing in it a lot. What is awesome about her and why I'm so psyched about it is the second one, the accelerate. So it attacks all enemies. Hold on, I need a drink. I'm parched. I've got the Timor Desert inside of my mouth and I can barely speak. Alright, sorry about that. Maybe I shouldn't be drinking wine. No, that's not it. Alright, so deaccelerate. Attacks all enemies, decreasing their attack speed for 2 turns with an 80% chance on each target. So it's automatically 80% chance, so you're going to decrease the speed. So that's awesome if you're going against scenarios. It's going to make them attack less. But in giants, this is why she's pivotal for giants. Because the giant's already slow. If you put this on him, he's going to go even slower. So he's going to be like a giant snail. Also, this decreases the speed at which the crystals, those 2 little towers and the final boss, are able to put debuffs on you or able to buff the giant. So that's why that's awesome, because it slows down everything and allows your turn to go faster. You also want to pair her, like I said, with Bernard, which we just talked about, this guy. He will speed your turn up, all of your team up, while she slows the other team. And with that combination, you're able to go super speed, flash speed, Barry Allen speed. Maybe not that fast, I'm overreacting. But anyways, yeah, so with that, it's awesome. with skill up, it goes up to 100% chance. Now, you're not always going to land it because it has to incorporate your opponent's resist. So still, though, that's awesome if it goes up to 100%. And it goes down from 4 to 3 turns. So 3 turns, you can use it again. The third skill, it increases the attack power and defense of all allies for 3 turns. So you not only get an attack bonus, you get a defense bonus on it too. So you're going to take less damage, you're going to do more damage. Reusable 4 turns, so 1 skill up. Rune wise, if you're just starting out with her, you want her debuffs to land, so you want to go with focus. I would go with energy as well because you want her to last. I would go, and you want her to be speedy. So she's already fast. Mine needs to be faster. I don't have the best runes on her yet because I'm still farming, but you want her to be very fast. So in skill lot 2, go with, don't go with, well, yeah, you can go with HP if you're just starting, say, with energy. If you get her energy well, high enough, I would switch it out with a speed rune there to increase her speed. That way she can go faster. She can buff your team immediately. You do want her to be faster than the rest of your team, so she can get that power buff off first. They have their attack increased, and then they go. Here you want HP percent and then HP percent. So energy focus. You can also go swift focus with her, so she's already speedy. Ultimately, though, what's really good for her, I would go with despair. That's what I'm doing. She has 1 AoE, but she's good for crowd control, so she can fill multiple utility points. She's going to fill slow debuff on the opponent, as well as increasing your attack power and defense on you, and also has a chance to stun. So she's already filling 4 roles. Slow attack. Is that 3? No, that's 4. Yeah, what do you know? I can do math sometimes. What do you know? So yeah, if you get her, go with her, definitely. If you see her in the shop, buy her, or just wait to summon her. It's gonna happen. I'm sure if I summoned like 10 scrolls right now, I'd probably get one of the pixies. They're very easy to get. So yeah, get her. She's awesome. All right, let's go here. Number 1, Light Inugami, Belladon. The reason why I'm choosing Belladon, he is a natural 3-star, but just like the Light Bearman, you can farm him. The same rules apply with the Light Bearman. Just follow what I said about how to get him. Just stay in public chat until you can find somebody that pulled it and ask them to get you. So again, with that, I would definitely get him. You can find him again, like I said, follow the same protocol that you would with Light Bearman, and trying to get into the secret dungeon. What makes this guy so good, he is phenomenal as far as versatility goes. His first skill here, attacks with a giant claw to decrease the enemy's defense for 2 turns. So automatically, turn, you automatically get a defense buff. It's just a bonus. Most monsters, their first attack, some of them will do dots, but with that, he has the first skill, does something, so it's a debuff. Automatically decreases their defense, so it means you're going to be doing more damage to them. Second one, this is the best one. It's really good. So he attacks the enemy and removes all beneficial effects on the target. So if you're going up against, say, Chloe, the Fire Epicon Priest, you can remove her shield and her, so you can remove her invincibility and oh boy, the buff that gives it so they're immune to debuffs. You can get it down to 3 turns. So if you're going up, say, against giants, if the giant gets a attack buff on him, you can remove it, so he no longer has it. And the third skill, heal. It fills the attack bar, so not only are you getting an attack bar fill by 30%, he's also going to recover your team. With fully skilled, it increases that recover to 50%. So it's not set like, say, an Amen. He's going to automatically recover 50% of whatever that monster's HP is, and you can get it down to a 4-turn cooldown. This guy, he's incredible. I would suggest getting him and awakening him as soon as you can, especially if you're new. He's not that difficult to get. It's just going to take you some time because you do have to farm the secret dungeon. I would say he's worth actually spending some crystals on to get energy recharges just to get him. Rune wise, he's a defense monster, but you want him to be survivable. But you also want him to be very fast. You want more turns from this guy, and you also want him to go quickly, so he's faster than the rest of your team. So, and here I would go, if you're just starting out, energy, of course. I would put speed on this point so he can go faster. If you're just new, I would go with energy so he can survive, but eventually you want to switch that out to speed and then go HP. Substats, I would put speed on it with HP percent. Third, I would go with accuracy. I don't have a lot on him, but his second skill, it does say all the time, but the other monsters are able to resist it. The giant can resist that. So I would put accuracy on him just specifically for that skill. And then, eventually you want to go with violent runes on him, like I have here, because the more turns, and I don't know if this is everything. I know violent states on here that it has a specific chance, but this guy, when I don't know if it's an issue with him specifically, or if violent works better with certain monsters, but the extra turn procs so often with Beladion. He attacks so many times with violent runes that it's awesome. And he's pivotal. Like I said, he's one of the Giants B10 team. You can even use him in Dragons too. I've seen a lot of people use him in there. He's great for arena defense. He's great for arena offense. He's great for TOA. He's awesome for guild wars. So he can be used at pretty much every point in the game, and you will be using him a lot. So definitely try to get this guy as quickly as you can. So that's it for my top 5. I will throw in an extra here, just because I know he's one that's talked about a lot. Darian, I stopped using him. If you're just starting out, I can definitely see where he's usable. He's a natural 3-star, also found in a secret dungeon on Sunday. I would make him second, third priority past your Beladion if you want him. He's not bad though if you don't have any others. His third skill is what makes him shine. He increases the damage that comes in of other allies. So he decreases damage by 15%, which if you have, like, say, pair him with a Shannon, you're going to increase your defense just automatically from that. And plus this also decreases it on top of it. So yeah, that's awesome with that. His first skill, attacks an enemy with a giant sword, inflicting damage proportional to HP. So it also decreases the defense of the other target. So that's awesome. 40% will go. So it can go up to 100% with that too. His second skill is just like Bernard's, I do believe. Each attack has a chance to decrease the... okay, so it's not a defense break. It's just a attack power reduction. So, and 2 separate skills, but still, he's not bad. If you have a chance to get him, I would do so. I wouldn't go out of your way to get him because those other ones I just talked about, they would fill the roles that you need. But yeah, if you can definitely get him. He is very good for Giants team. You'll eventually replace him though. Just be aware of that. Unlike Beladion, this guy's replaceable. If you're into that point of the game, he's probably not even going to be worth 6-starring. I know a lot of people do. I didn't find the need for it, and I know a lot of other people did not either. But if you're just starting out, if you're getting to mid-game or early late game, he can definitely help your team out. So that might be another thing you want to check on. All right, I have babbled for far too long. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. You can send me an email, triggertilgogaming@gmail.com. If you have any tips or suggestions, again, just leave a comment. So like, comment, subscribe. You guys have a great day. Trigger Tiggle out. Woo!